So continuing with Laura, who's also rated 1100. Not that one. Alright, so I'm playing with the black pieces. Laura started with... Is this called the ready, or is it only the red? I don't know if it's ready or the retai. If it's this knight, I'll have to look at the analysis afterwards. So, threw out a pawn in the center, playing Prince of Blade. As a general rule of thumb, you shouldn't move the same piece multiple times in the opening, unless like provoked to do so, and you're trying to whatever. I boot the knight immediately, take the full center. Knight has to move. I decided to take more space in the center. Give my knight to the developing square. Best developing square for the knight here. That was pretty passive, but it opens up the bishop. Some people might consider doing this move, but I was just going to put the knight here, and if he wants to trade bishops, he wants to bring the bishop here to pin it. I will allow that to happen because I feel like if he trades, then I'll get the bishop pair. I don't even know if that's the right way of saying it. She develops a knight, my bad. I boot the knight. Knight goes away. Develop my other knight. And we have bishop b5 on the board. I just developed my bishop so I can castle. Strikes back in the center immediately. I think that's probably a decent move because this pawn isn't defended right now. Takes. Well, this knight can't go to the spot that it wanted to go. So I pushed in the center. So apparently I didn't really understand this position that well. Takes back, develops the other knight. Why did I do this? To destroy his structure, make it ugly, make it so he can't castle. Is this a good long-term move? He takes back. So I bury. The idea was to bury this bishop, but perhaps that was the wrong idea. But I have this bishop. The bishop gets booted, so I'm not pleased. Castles. I wasn't expecting her to castle here, I castle myself. I'd like to throw away my advantage whenever I'm playing chess. And I guess so does Laura. I'm attacking this pawn in the corner over here. But as I said, I will not allow you to have that. And sure, just give me a free piece. Sure. Who cares about strategy and tactics or whatever, just take the free pieces. I'm not even what was I? Well, I didn't want the queen to get here to the square and get more active. Also this on the way, this on the way, that doesn't work. Was I seriously concerned about that? I don't know. Queen moves off the diagonal. I mean, I think that she was probably fine where she was. But I guess she wants to get into the action on this square. I wanted to bring my knight back so I could bring it forward, Sometimes you have to take one step back to take 2 steps forward, Free piece. continue. Rook lift. Create some space. King has no squares. So, I didn't play good. Laura just played really, really bad. And sometimes that's just the way when it comes to chess, you know? You just have to be better than your opponent. So, it doesn't have a name, I guess. So I guess it's just like the Von Geet opening, apparently. Not a good move. Not a good move, should have just developed the knight. Boots the knight. What is the idea here? Not even the best move. I wasn't looking at this, because if this, then just meets that, so it's not really an attack, but he says, if I do this, and you could just do that, move it backwards. I guess I didn't see the follow-up there. I didn't expect him to move back either, right? Her, sorry, whatever. But we didn't get that. I just wanted to, like, castle. Strikes back to center. Do this instead. Okay, so I guess the idea is, like, queen comes over here. I didn't understand the demands of this position, apparently. Oh, this was defended. So you want me to do this instead. Okay. No, you take the knight first, then the bishop takes back. Why? Okay. I feel like the computer likes to play hope chess as well. It's just like, okay. But they did take. I mean, I didn't think that they would take, you know. There was like no need to do that. So, knight comes out. That was the best move, look at that. That was an inaccuracy. Should have attacked this pawn immediately, I suppose. Prevented. Well, the king can't get over, I guess. Castled now, so this move doesn't work. So it was stronger on the last move, and this opens up the bishop. But also, I was thinking about putting my bishop there. Castles. Castles. Okay. Should have done this instead. Okay. So where's the follow-up? Not to mention this, because I even like as early as now, I did also want to, like, you know, consider that. Didn't do any of that. That was a miss. Oh, so now it's a bad move. On this instead. Yeah, that makes more sense. I need to be more aggressive when it comes to chess. And be, like, less materialistic. Be, like, looking for mates or whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. Trapped. Where's the finishing blow? No. because... Oh, that doesn't work either. And that would have been mate. Okay, yeah. I mean, it would have still been made there too, I guess. But, you know, I found a different mate. And looking at these analyses, I realized that I'm not as good as I thought I was. Alright, so that's it for this one. Like and subscribe later.